Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Igoche Joy. If you are new here, welcome. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about 16 culture shocks I've experienced in Philippines, and this is one of the video that most people have been asking me to do. So today I'm going to be doing it. So before I get into this video, my today's notification shout out is going to you, Unzuga Tena Donald. I see you and I appreciate you so much for always commenting on my videos. So now let's get straight into this video. So the first culture shock I experienced in Philippines is this. In Philippines, they don't eat rice and stew. They eat rice with either soy sauce. My country, Nigeria, we eat rice and stew. So when I got to this country, I went to McDonald's and they just gave me rice and chicken with what they call, is it mushroom or something. I'm going to put a picture of it here so you can see. So they gave me that and I was so surprised. I was like, oh wow. So this is one of the culture shock I experienced. In this country, they don't eat rice and stew. They eat rice and soy sauce or mushroom or other kinds of sauce. The second culture shock I experienced in this country is that when you are crossing road, they don't run. Like when they are crossing road, they don't run, they walk like they own the road. So if a car is coming, you can easily stop the car and you can just cross the road. But in my country, Nigeria, you dare not see a moving vehicle coming with high speed and then you stop the moving vehicle so that you can pass. No, you can't do that in my country because you will chop insult. You will get insult. They might even reckless drivers might even hit you down and kill you or something. So in this country, in this country you can easily just cross the road as often as you can. Nothing will happen to you. What culture shock I experienced in this country is in their food they cook with sugar. The Filipinos are always eating sugar. If you want to eat chicken, there's sugar in the chicken. If you want to eat rice, there's sugar in the rice. Anything you want to eat contains sugar. And in my country, if you give anyone chicken with sugar inside, man, you've spoiled your business. Like they will just quarrel. But in this country, you eat sugar in anything and anywhere. Fourth culture shock I've experienced is this. So one day my classmates, they were like, okay Jerry, let's go and eat. We went to eat and they were like, let's contribute money. And in my country, when we go out to eat, we don't contribute money to pay. One person can just decide to, okay, I'm going to sort out the bills, I'm going to pay for the food and something. But in this country, they contribute money to eat food. Like, bring your money, I bring my own. That one would be like, you just contribute money to pay for food. That's another thing I experienced. They don't so in the and one person does not pay for the whole food. We all contribute to it, and it was so shocking to me, and I think I've learned that also in this country. The Filipinos don't kneel down to greet. In my country, Nigeria, when you see your elderly person somewhere, you don't not necessarily putting your two knees down, but you just greet them. But in Philippines, the greeting is like this. I don't know if you guys understand. I'm gonna put a picture of how they greet. They greet like this, and in Nigeria, we kneel down to greet, and in other cultures they even prostrate to greet. But in this country, you just see an elderly person and you can just quickly do like this, or most of the time they don't even do it. Yeah, but in my country, if you see elderly person and you don't greet well, you're in trouble. Another culture shock I experienced in this country is that they speak Tagalog and everyone understands Tagalog. Unlike my country, we have different languages like the Idoma, Tib, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and I cannot understand Yoruba or Tib or Igbo, or but in this country there's just one language. Not one language though, but their major language is Tagalog, and everyone understands Tagalog. Mind you, there's also English, and there's also Visaya, different kind of language, but everyone understands Tagalog. And it's so amazing how you all can speak Tagalog, most of you can speak English, and you also have individual languages. It's so amazing, and it's like a shock to me when I got to this country. Another culture shock I experienced is that gays and lesbians walk freely. You see guys putting on skirts, putting on bump shots, putting on makeup, doing their hair, and catwalking like a lady just by the roadside. But in my country, Nigeria, they are even scared of coming out and owning up that they are gay or lesbians. But in Philippines, they call them bakla. They are proud of it. I don't know if it's legalized in this country, but they do it freely, like unapologetically. They walk anywhere you go, you see a bakla or you see a lesbian, and they walk with their partners. They're not even shy. You see them in school doing lovey dovey, everywhere. You see gay, you see them wearing. In fact, you can't even differentiate who is a guy and who is a lady in this country, because you see a guy wearing skirts, you see a guy wearing earrings and necklaces, you see a guy doing makeup, you see a guy wearing bump shots. You see a guy with boobs, you see a guy with fake boobs and fake butts. You see it's everywhere in this country. But in my country, who born you? Who born you to dress like a lady and parade like you're a guy, and you're wearing skirts, bump shorts to parade in Nigeria? You're dead. Another culture shock I experienced is that in my country, if you want to get like bottle of Coke, they can easily give you the bottle, and then you might return it back later, or the bottle is just yours, or you pay for the bottle when you are getting the Coke. But in Philippines, they turn the drink inside plastic bag. I'm going to put a picture of it here so you guys can see. They turn your drink inside a plastic bag, and they put straw for you. You go with it, and they keep their bottle. I enjoy taking drinks there, when the weather is so hot and you're just strolling by the roadside, just Ate, can you give me Coke? They just bring it quickly, pour it in the plastic bag, and give you. You're done. It's so shocking, right? Yeah. So another culture shock I experienced in this country. So there was a day I went to get something, and I was asking the kuya. Kuya means brother, friend, or if you don't know their name, you can easily call it guy kuya. So I was like, kuya, can you give me leather? Because in my country we call it leather or nylon. So the kuya was looking at me like, Mita was like, we're just looking at each other, and I was like, kuya, leathers, I was trying to explain to him, and he was like, oh, plastic bag. So in this country it's called plastic bag, while in my country Nigeria we call it nylon or leather or bag. And again, we put our groceries inside like a paper bag, but in Nigeria we put groceries inside leather or box, but in this country we put it inside paper bag. As I'm talking, I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm talking about, and you can differentiate either of them. Okay. Another culture shock I experienced is that in Philippines we use coins. Like we have the 1 pesos, 2 pesos, like to 10 peso coins. Yeah, we have 10 peso, to 10 peso coins. We use coins in Philippines, and back in my country Nigeria we don't use coins. Anyway, olden days I heard they use coin, and I've seen Nigerian coins before, but in Philippines we use coins to get anything we want to get. Another culture shock I experienced in Philippines you can walk into any restaurant and use their CR. You can walk into any restaurant and use their CR. Like you can just walk in and go straight to the toilet without anyone telling you and why are you in our restaurant using our toilet? Are you not supposed to buy something? You must be a customer before you use the toilet, or this and that. But In Philippines, you can walk inside and use it. In my country, you must be a customer. You must be there buying something before you can use. You can't just walk into a restaurant straight up and use their toilet. Which brings me to another shocking, another culture shock. In this country, we call it CR, not toilet. In my country, we call it toilet, and in Philippines we call it CR. I remember when I was new to the country, I always ask, Kuya, where's toilet? I want to use the toilet, and I hear people saying CR, CR, CR. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's CR, or comfort room. In Philippines, they sell cheap food. You can use 50 pesos and eat rice and chicken. 50 pesos and eat rice and chicken. But in my country, you cannot use 15 naira to eat rice, and like you cannot eat something nice with 15 naira. I don't know if you can understand me, but in Philippines you can eat anything, and the payment would just be very cheap. In my country, you see food like 5k, 10k, 2.5. You get a drink for 2.5. You can go to a very expensive restaurant in Philippines and realize that whatever you're eating is cheap, even though the restaurant is expensive. But you go to any expensive restaurant in my country and realize that we are eating almost 10k, 15k, 20k for just food. So you can see the Philippines, they just make lives easy for their citizens. Another culture shock is that almost every restaurant in Philippines, they always do unlimited rice, unlimited wings, or unlimited anything. Unlimited means you can eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. But in my country, we don't do unlimited rice. Philippines, there's rice everywhere in Philippines, so they do unlimited rice, unlimited chicken wings. You can eat chicken wings as long as you can, and when you pay your money, you can eat chicken wings forever in that restaurant. And the last culture shock is that the Filipinos use makeup in class. I know it's obvious, to take makeup to school, but you just see a teacher teaching and you see a Filipino doing like this in class, applying makeup. It's so funny, and sometimes I'm like, won't the professor call it? And I realize that they are so free with their students. If you like, when the professor is teaching, you can eat. You can even walk to the professor and say, sir, I have some for you, and the professor will receive it. Yeah, that's how free they are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see videos like this, please comment down below and I will just shoot it for you. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for always watching my videos. I love you all, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. Bye guys.